Welcome to the final day of Seamaster T2 Diamond 2019 here at Iskandar Malaysia Studios in Johor Bahru. The conclusion of a week where 32 of the world's best players have been fighting it out for the title of Champion of Champions.
Guy, you're late!
What? No, I've got 30 minutes. No, I can't be late. I can't be late. This is the semi-finals of T2 Diamond 2019 Malaysia here in Johor Bahru. I mean, we've got the Queen of Hearts, Ding Ding. I can't be late for her. We've got Lin Wenru. He beat Ma Long, the dragon, in the previous round. I can't be late for him either. We've got Xu Xin, the men's world #1. No. I've got more time. No, I haven't. I've got to get in. And we've got Miu Kato as well. She's beaten Chen Meng in the previous rounds. We've got so much to look forward to. We're in the cavern here. I can't be late for this. This is a new era of table tennis. No. I can't have got this wrong. I've got more time, surely. No.
Dude, you're late.
I know.
All right. Are you guys ready for the semi-finals?
Right, all right. I've got here, I think, in time. We're ready. Let's cross to our Master of Ceremony, Jun Yong, for the introductions.
It's T2 Diamond, where we bring to you the most exciting action that table tennis has to offer. We had 32 of the world's best table tennis stars battle it out here inside the T2 cavern. And we're fast approaching the climax of this competition. This is Seamaster T2 Diamond 2019 Malaysia. After 3 action-packed days, we now have the world's best 8 table tennis stars vying for the coveted spot into the final of this competition. Ladies and gentlemen, we are entering the semifinals of T2 Diamond 2019 Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, now, opening the action here is the Women's Championship semifinals battle between China and Japan. This Chinese player wants to come out here and show her dominance and get revenge for China, while her opponent has the entire of Japan supporting and rallying behind her. Please welcome your match officials. Umpire Khairul Hizami. Assistant umpire Corinne Wong. Make some noise for former world #1 from China, Zhu Yuling. Her opponent defeated current world #1 Chen Meng in the last round. She is from the land of the rising sun, Miyu Kato. Zhu Yuling versus Miyu Kato, opening the semifinals of T2 Diamond 2019 Malaysia.
Welcome to the finals day of the Seamaster T2 Diamond Series 2019. It's the semi-finals first, and we're at the Iskandar Studios in Johor Bahru, Malaysia. Scene is set for match 25, and here's our official for the toss.
Which one do you want? Table? So diamond? It's diamond. You want to service? You should receive first. This end. Good luck. All the best.
They'll stand as they are at the ends of the tables as Khairul Hizami actually resolves who's going to do what, where, and when. So, this semi-final, Zhou Yuling against Miyu Kato. And Miyu Kato was the last Japanese standing yesterday, and she came through extraordinary victory. Very, very impressive against Chen Meng. And that was a very, very impressive 11-4, 11-9, 4-11, 11-6, 2-5, 5-4. I'll explain about the 5 in a while. But meantime, let me introduce you to my co-commentator, expert commentator, I dare say, Jill Parker, the former European singles champion and 7 times winner of the England Open, national coach back in England and in Great Britain. And it's absolute thrill for me, Jill, to have you with me all week here.
Thank you, John. Well, we've had a ball. We've had some fantastic table tennis to watch. And we've got these 2 great players here. They've played each other 4 times before, 2017 to 2018. Zhu Yuling has won on the 4 occasions. That was in the Australian Open, Swedish Open in 2017, 2018 in Korean and the Swedish Open. But as we saw in the previous match, Miyu Kato, she beat the world #1 Chen Meng 4-2 in the quarterfinals, so who knows what will happen in this match.
Well, Zhou Yuling was absolutely dominant in her last match, the quarterfinal matchup as well. She's got a current ranking of 4, former #1, of course, but beating the youngster Sun Ying Shah, it was a really, really impressive performance. She beat her 11-6, 11-5, 11-6, 11-8. It was a dominant performance. She never gave her a chance, did she? She was so, so good.
No, she played really, really well. I mean, the youngster, I didn't feel as though she played to her best, but to be fair to Zhu Yuling, she didn't let her.
Miyu Kato is just 20 years old, and there you can see her current ranking. Well, I have to say, at 22, she should actually really struggle against Zhu Yuling. But she won a really extraordinary battle against Ito, her compatriot, in the round of 16. It went to the final point at the final moment of the Fast 5. We will explain that as we go on. We've got 24 minutes to complete the first part of the match, but of course it's still the best of 7, so it's the first to reach 4 games. And if after 24 minutes it's not complete, we go into a system called Fast 5, so it's the first to reach 5 points. 24 minutes on the clock at the moment, and we've had many Fast 5 matches. I can tell you now, there's huge electricity and excitement inside this Iskandar Studio Stadium. Here we go. It's going to be Yuling with the service.
Oh, and that's a brilliant start for the 20-year-old Kato. Gets into a game straight away.
She's the single one standing for Japan. And I tell you what, she's taken on that responsibility brilliantly.
1-0.
Great disappointment for Japan on the second day. All but Kato eliminated. She's taken the tape a couple of times there, though. Jill will see why she's being put under pressure by Yuling in a minute. There you go.
And there, if you serve and it's just that little bit too long, you see here, Zhu Yuling is in straight away with that forehand, and what a great angle she got on that stroke. Both these players play fast attacking table tennis, want to take the ball early.
With the ITTF's involvement this season in the T2 event, Innovations Lab, the ITTF Innovations Lab have come up with some really interesting variations on a thing. There's no line on the table, the Frank G table.
Yeah, and it's the first time we've ever played to a circular venue. Field of play. No barriers, it looks absolutely superb.
Almost turning the clock back 2,000 years. The Colosseum, the gladiators are there. Not too much blood, but a huge amount of entertainment and maybe a few tears from time to time. And here at 6-2, this is a very impressive opening for Yuling. Again, she finds the net, but that was a really solid serve, wasn't it?
Yeah, a lot of backspin on that. Side and backspin, you can see, just clip the net.
Wow.
Slightly different action there with that service, but got right underneath the ball.
Missed that one as well. And it's 2-9. The whole draw is opening up for Yuling to have a really big payday at the end of the day. Miyokato struggling at the moment, 2-9. And there you go, she's picked up one, but maybe a little bit too late in this game. Of course, 6 or 12, you can take a little towel break, and Miyokato is taking advantage of that. Zhu Yuling wants to get on with it. She's got momentum. She wants to stay with that momentum. 9-3.
Slightly long that service. Kato took initiative and stepped in.
Excellent. That is now game points, loads of them, 4-10. I've been really impressed with the way the crowds have engaged as well. They're on every point, aren't they?
Yeah, well, they're seeing some fantastic table tennis and very appreciative of the players' skills.
Big shocks and surprises. Ma Long getting beaten. The victor will be playing a little bit later. In fact, right after this match, Lin Yunju and Wang Chun, Hong Kong versus Chinese Taipei. But it's still game points, not so many, but at 10-6, still enough. Oh, yeah, and that is it. 11-6. It was over in the blink of an eye in respect of the time, just under 5 minutes complete. And Zhu Yuling, certainly her dominance here this week has been shown right there with that first game.
Yeah, she dominated that first game. She got into the groove straight away. Got in with backhand and forehand. I did feel though Kato served a couple that were a bit too long and then made it easier for her, so she needs to tighten up on that. But I felt Zhu Yuling was in total control there.
Well, the Ultra Cam obviously exposes those issues and problems. The super slow-mo action. We get our boom camera over the top of this circular a fantastic arena. I have to say, it's been proven very, very popular. And of course, the laser and light show and the music that we had from Craig Bauer and Anthony Resta, who was Craig Bauer particularly involved with Kanye West and Elton John, Ed Sheeran. They wrote the music specially for this event, so it has been high profile, really exciting and very well received. We even had pink rubbers. We'll explain about that in a while.
And then we see the tomahawk serve from Kato.
She'll be disappointed there. It came back exactly at the height she wanted, and then she couldn't control it. 1-all.
Here we see it. Just make contact top of the bat to get maximum spin on the ball. Go very fast around the table. Zhu Yuling plays very strong forehands and backhands. See her footwork here, always in the right position.
Well, she started out very solidly against Chen Meng, winning the first 11-4. So this will be a little bit of a annoyance to her, Kato. She won the second 11-9 and then lost the third. But with this start from Yuling, you have to say that this is very ominous already. 16.5 minutes left of the first time clock. 2-3. And now 4-2.
And that nice slow spinny backhand, Zhu Yuling, she just changes the pace sometimes, plays some soft, some hard. It's not good to play the same pace all the time, so keeps changing spin, speed and placement.
How much is in innate and reflex and how much is planned each point? I'm sorry, Jill, to put you on the spot, but no, it's interesting because they don't have time really to react with too much. I mean, strategy is one thing, but every point, it's a lot of reacting to what comes to you, isn't it?
It is, but I think when you've played so many hours in practice and matches and you play a certain position, you know roughly where it's coming back to.
2-6.
Well, this young lady is playing out of her skin at the minute. Zhou Yuling is playing like a #1, although she's not got that position in the ITTF ranking at the moment. She looks as if she might be able to get it back again. The tomahawk doesn't work. In fact, it was a sculpt of Zhou Yuling with that particular rally. 2-7. She's dominating, totally in control. Just like she was against Sun Ying Sha. Different class at the moment. 8-2.
Oh, it's a good forehand, nice placement into the body of Zhu Yuling.
Good step in attack, isn't it? 3-8. She's got so much work to do. This is the problem when you fall behind so early in the game. We like that. The change of sides was the undoing there of Kato. 3-9. It's difficult, isn't it? She aimed to get it on the top of the bat there, but just a bit overstruck. Game been totally outplayed, not just with the spin, but with the power play, and also just taking the pace off it a bit as well.
Oh, lovely, lovely angle there to finish off that game.
Extraordinary, 11-3. And this is the semi-final. We're paying for a lot of money here. Even getting into the final, you can guarantee 50,000 US. If you win it, you're 100,000 US. So this is big money play if I'm Zhou Yuling at the minute. She's got a 2-game-to-love advantage. And she deserves every situation she's created for herself. There's no luck in this, Joe, is there?
No, there isn't. She played both games very, very well indeed. Tried to get in whenever possible. Just moving the ball round the table. A lot of spin.
Player.
Unfortunately, Kato not really getting into the groove because Zhou Yuling is not letting her.
Well, you've been out in Asia quite a lot in your life, and I know that perhaps you maybe have a little preference for some kind of Chinese food, but I tell you what, there's a kind of Chinese food in the county called Sichuan. Sichuan is very well known for hot food. Well, I tell you what, this young lady comes from Sichuan, and she is hot at the table, that's for sure. We see occasionally on the video screen some flames. Well, I can tell you they were prepared particularly for the hot girl from Sichuan. Zhou Yuling is absolutely on top at the moment. True love. We may even see her complete this semi-final inside the 24 minutes. It's looking very much like that. Let's see if Kato can do anything about it. Miyu Kato defending the serve here. Love 2 down.
Started off well there. A lot of top spin on that backhand from Zhou Yuling.
Okay.
1-0.
Nice backhand there. Took that straight off the bounce, Kato. Very short, wristy action.
She hasn't been in the lead much. Maybe we see a recovery. 2-1. We like this camera on the net. That loopy one thought it was going to develop the rally, but Yuling wasn't having anything to do with it.
No, I thought she set that up well. Kato disguised the forehand down the line, but Zhou Yuling was ready there and waiting.
Again, off the tape and away. So Kato keeps the lead, 2-3. Yeah, nice. Good first receiving attack. Excellent.
Yeah, went slightly long. Kato took the initiative. In she goes.
4-2.
Zhou Yuling didn't quite get over the ball enough to counter the topspin.
Let 4-2.
Oh, lovely angle there.
4-3.
Disguises it so well with that backhand. So she played into the body.
Several of those attacks have been down the forehand side of Kato, and they've just gone wider and wider with the extra movement on the ball. Excellent work. 4-3.
Oh, that was clever play. Kato did that forehand, but Zhou Yuling just did that nice little short touch. Just changing the pace.
It's out. So 3 points in a row for Zhu just when you thought she was going to struggle. But timeout is being given, and Kato, well, she walks away with a lot of annoyance on her face, giving up 3 points like that. Very annoying.
Yes, yeah, she won't be happy with that. She just wants to regroup. See, she's got a nice little charm tied round her ankle, but unfortunately that's not helping her too much today. But she'll be going back to her coach, regrouping, talking about tactics. But as you say, Zhu Yulin has been a bit on fire in his first 2 games.
Time.
She has this bag of ice that she keeps putting on her face and neck just to stay cool. It is hot in here as well. I mean, the studio conditions, the studio lights make it very, very warm out there in the center, although the air conditioning is fantastic, I have to say. Very nice conditions for all of us watching. A bit tougher if you're in the spotlight. Here we go then, 5-4, Zhu Yulin with the service. After calling the timeout, she's obviously decided she's got to try to get on the attack very quickly. Didn't work. 4 points in a row, Yulin.
Oh, wowee.
Well,
She set that up well with a slow spinny one, came around with a forehand, but Zhu Yulin, look at that angle she got there.
unbelievable. It was a sort of blocky one as well, wasn't it? Just to get that cross court on the forehand side. Yeah, she's absolutely steaming ahead now. That is extraordinary. They will take a towel break, but there's very little we feel that Mia Kato can do about this. Whatever she's giving up, Zhu Yulin is giving back with interest, and just look at this score now. She's picked up 6 points in a row. 8-4. First break of momentum there. Kato will be relieved, but does she have now the ability to take advantage of that little break? 8-5. There you go, that's an attack.
Yeah, that was a lovely forehand smash there. Just popped up slightly, but she was in, took the initiative.
I'm surprised there's so much Japanese support inside this Iskandar studio arena. Kato, we heard in the background there, 6-8.
6-9.
Zhu Yulin's picking up that long serve really well. So Kato maybe's got to think about doing a shorter serve, make it difficult for her to get in.
She's concentrating down that forehand side. It's unusual, because that's normally the strength of Kato, but it's just going further and further wider, and she's not picking it up early enough. Look at that. Footwork was a little bit slow as well.
10-7.
So it's 3 game points here for Zhu Yulin. 10-7. And with 6 minutes to go, it's not quite terminal, but I tell you what, Zhu Yulin will be really, really pleased with her day's work so far. She's missed that one. Oh, did it touch? Well, that is very interesting.
Stop.
We might get a
Video replay.
VAR, no, a VR, video replay.
Video replay.
Now, this is an innovation. We talked about the Innovations Lab. It was actually touched, well, certainly acknowledged by Kato. She said it took the edge. It's not there. It's this one coming up now. The video replay. Well, that's it was given as an edge, and of course this isn't very much the honest
11-7.
players' game,
Game
and that
to
is it.
Yili.
The touch was made and confirmed by video replay, and it is an innovation. Cyril Sun has told us that they were going to play it in now, and that is the first time, I think, isn't it, that we've seen a video replay in table tennis. Another first for the Seamaster T2 Diamond here in Malaysia.
Wow.
There you go. Hey,
Yeah,
Jill, look
something new.
She's looking at me as if I'm out of planet Zog.
No comment.
Well, I have been from planet Zog. There, the edge is given, but lovely. Look at this. There's an enormous amount of great spirit in the sport of table tennis, and the acknowledgement of Kato that it did touch the edge. You can see the spin was interrupted as it touched the edge there. And the video replay confirms the point was made, and at 11 points to 7, it was a very important point in the match.
Yes, it certainly was.
So 3-love is the score, 6 minutes left. We can be done and dusted within the 24 minutes, which would be a first. She's missed that one.
1-love.
All very exciting times. I mentioned about the colour rubber. T-Bar have brought out some colour rubbers, and pink was used for the first time by Bernadette Soch, the defending champion. We saw that on the second day.
Oh, very clever.
1-all.
That receive serve, very quick action with the forehand flick.
So, 1-all.
Good service following.
She's so deceptive. You didn't actually know that it was coming onto the backhand side, Kato. She was so late on it because of that deception.
Yeah, she just turns her wrist at the last minute. And we were talking earlier about do players know where the ball's going, but got this deception now. Just like that forehand there, you thought it was going on the diagonal, but last minute she just used her wrist to direct it.
And she didn't know she was setting up to play a forehand there. Wow, that went sideways. Didn't matter. Look at this.
1-4.
1-4. She lost the first point, has won the next. But the subsequent 4 minutes 30 and counting.
Yeah, just put her hand up there, acknowledged her good fortune. Just touching the net.
Oh, there was a super piece of wrist work there as well. Extra little bit of spin, top spin on the backhand. The flick was superb. 5-1. It's all going to be done and dusted very quickly. And in some ways you'd be disappointed, but I have to say, Zhou Yuling is showing an extraordinary ability to upset their opponents. Gosh, this is #1 in the world play, isn't it? Last, we get little moments of relief for Japan and for Kato. It's extraordinary how she can be so consistent, so dynamic, so accurate. 2-6.
Yeah, that in middle angle. She's so good at that. Zhou Yuling.
Who needs 24 minutes, eh? 2-7.
Oh, nice play there by Kato. Went in for that longer serve. Played that lovely shot down the line.
Off the tape and away, and it's 8-3. 8-3. The curtain is definitely closing on this one. Oh, gee whiz.
You saw that one coming. Yeah, picked that serve up so well. You can see here, half table.
There's a little bit of defiance, but it's not consistent enough. That is unbelievable. Super shot. Needed more of it earlier than this. 4-8. And now 4-9. And for the first time, there's a distinct possibility we could be finished inside 24 minutes. We've had, actually, despite the fact that we're looking for closing up and making much shorter matches, we have had one match that went on for almost an hour when we had Han Ying the Chopper involved. But here we go. It is game and match point then for Zhou Yuling. She got the serve as well. Huge celebration of talent. She's missed that one, but still over a minute left before that 24-minute clock goes down. Match point again for Zhou Yuling. Not yet.
6-10.
Defiant Kato.
Timeout.
And a timeout is called. The clock will stop at this timeout.
Yeah, Zhou Yulin called that timeout. I was watching her play over this this match. Every time she does a serve that goes slightly long and she loses a point, she touches her head and says, "No, that's a stupid serve."
They're very self-critical, that's for sure. Well, she's talked to herself, not quite as much as Ai Fukuhara used to do, but Ito has got that kind of little habit as well. But, well, the Japanese, of course, have got their home Olympics to look forward to next year, and there are Olympic points awarded for this competition as well. And it's very important for both the Japanese and the Chinese that they keep scoring well. It's 6-10, but it's still game and match point to Zhou Yuling. That's it. She's done it inside the 24 minutes. Brilliant performance, Zhou Yuling. Absolutely sensational. That is fantastic. So, with Wang Manyu and Ding Ning waiting in the wings, you have to say they'll be very, very interested to see this score. 6-3, 7 and 6. A brilliant performance by China's Zhou Yuling.
Yeah, that was a solid performance by Zhou Yulin. Very dominant right the way through that match.
Even the tactic of having that little break, the timeout there, worked to perfection. She's got a great team, but I tell you, she's going to move up into the top echelons very shortly again. She's got her fans. They're very, very popular Zhou Yuling fans around. And it was a very modest celebration, considering she's now guaranteed 50,000 US with that. Absolutely superb. So the theatre of the round continue to produce some fantastic drama. Let's go down and talk to the girls with Jun.
So Zhou Yuling from China is the first one to secure her slot into the grand finals of T2 Diamond 2019. Malaysia ensuring it's an all-Chinese matchup. But let's get her opponent's side of things first. It was a fantastic display of table tennis from Miyu Kato. We know she has the quality to defeat higher-ranking players than her. What did her opponent do today that was more challenging than her opponents before?
加藤選手は今日みたいな自分よりもランキングが上位の選手に勝つチャンスはいくらでもあったかと思うんですけれども、今までの戦いとどう違いましたか？
ジュリン選手は今日すごいサーブもうまいなと思ったし、レシーブもちょっとやりづらく来てて、今日は自分のペースに持っていくことができなかったなって思います。
Her serves and receives were really good, and I couldn't control my games, and that's probably why I lost.
Miyu Kato, she designed 2 extreme upsets, and is she herself, is she confident? Is she happy with her journey of T2 so far?
最初の2試合、素晴らしい試合をしたかと思うんですけれども、まだ試合はありますけれども、ここまでのところ、この T2 というトーナメントに対してどう思われますか？
すごいかっこいい演出で、自分自身試合を楽しみながらやらせてもらってます。
The atmosphere is great, and I'm having fun.
This won't be the last we see of Miyu Kato from Japan. We wish you all the best for the Olympic qualifications in Tokyo. Thank you very much, Miyu Kato, semi-finalist of T2 Diamond 2019 Malaysia. Let's now talk to the finalists from China. Of course, it's Zhu Yuling, dominant from the opening round till now, and that's why she's the first to secure her spot. What gave her the confidence to do so well?
今天4-0获胜，然后觉得自己哪方面做得比较好，给了自己很多的信心。
我觉得首先还是自己姿态放得比较低吧，因为他前2轮也是战胜了非常强的2位选手，所以今天作为我来说，我是去拼他的。
Katomiyu beat 2 top players in the previous rounds, so today I put myself in the lower position and just try to challenge her.
The Women's Championship is going to be an all-Chinese matchup, so who would she rather face, Wang Manyu or Ding Ning?
进入决赛之后，那肯定会碰到中国选手嘛，王曼玉和丁宁，你想碰谁在决赛当中？
我想跟他说，这是个秘密。
This is a secret.
But you know what? We shall find out later in the session who will meet Zhu Yuling. Is it going to be Wang Manyu or Ding Ning? Based on that performance, it's going to be a tough match. Congratulations to our first finalists of the Women's Championship, Zhu Yuling from China.
Well, I have to say, she comes from Sichuan, and she was hot stuff today. There's no question about that. And there is no doubt at all that quality will out. She won the World Junior Table Tennis Championships on 2 separate occasions. She went to the top of the ITTF rankings when she beat Liu Xuan back in 2017. She has the pedigree, she has the ability, and no one would bet against her taking the title and the $100,000 as well. Absolutely superb performance. Mia Kato tried her best, but never got near. And for the second time, she has a clean sweep over her opponent. 4-love was the final score. She was so dominant, she read the opposition so well and then provided so much challenge, and very, very impressive. Both flanks out wide to the forehand side of Mia Kato. She couldn't cope with it, and then even those backhands did the damage. There you can see another brilliant rally finished off by Zhu Yuling. Really impressive. She comes through a 4-0 victory. Even counters from the loop as well. Great understanding, appreciation, and as I said before, you cannot beat quality at the end of the day. Look at the returns, 26/15. The serves won, 18/7. Amazing. First 3 strokes won, 19/11. It was a totally dominant performance. Forehand winners, can you believe that? 30/8. An extraordinary confident and competent performance, Zhu Yuling. She goes through to the final, guaranteed $50,000. And who's going to be her opponent? We will see in a while. Wang Manyu against Ding Ning. Coming up in just a couple of moments then, let us now have the next competitors, and it is Lin Yun Yu against Wang Chunting. It's going to be a fantastic battle.
All right, just grooving here with my crew in the crowd because Zhu Yuling, she just grooved her way right back. She's in the final now. It's exciting. I'm sitting here with the craziest table tennis fans, right? Look at this. What's your favorite part about being here to watch the semifinals today?
Me? Oh, I feel great.
You look great. You look like you feel great. Make some noise. So Ju Yuling's already in the final. She's got the winner of Ding Ning and Wang Manyu. But as far as I know, Wang Manyu has won every encounter they've played. Who do you think's going to win that match?
Su Ling.
Oh, not part of the multiple choice questions. Ding Ning or Wang Manyu, who do you think?
Ding Ning.
Ding Ning, the Queen of Hearts. You guys think so? All right, well, Ju Yuling's already in the finals. We can't wait. We've got Lin Wenru coming up, and it's going to be an exciting battle. Again, it is the last day of T2 Diamond semifinals. The umpires are coming in, and I'm excited. You guys ready to do the wave?
Yeah, really, really exciting here. The semi-final session, of course, here at T2 Diamond 2019 Malaysia. Ju Yuling, the world number 4, already through to the women's final, ending Miyu Kato's fine run through the draw here to take her spot in the championship match. As we were saying, to take on Wang Manyu or Ding Ning, who are third in this session, of course. Still to come here, so much still to come in this session at the Cavern. But one of those semi-finals now done and dusted. Let's turn our attentions then to the semi-finals in the men's championship division. It's not a semi-final we would have expected. These two, of course, some big upsets, haven't they, along the way? Lin Wenru, the conqueror of the dragon, Ma Long, in the previous round against Wang Chunting, who beat Tomokazu Harimoto earlier. Let's cross for the introductions now.
We bring to you a men's championship semifinals between Chinese Taipei versus Hong Kong, whereby we feature the player who caused the biggest upset here in T2 Diamond history versus the other player who ended all European title hopes with style. Introducing to you your match officials. Umpire Luo Bijue. Assistant umpire Chu Xiaolei. Please give it up for 17-year-old Chinese Taipei number 1, Lin Wenru. His opponent, give it up for Hong Kong's number 1, Wang Chunting. Lin Wenru versus Wang Chunting. Let's go.
Well, no one really expected this semi-final to take place, that's for sure. It's been an extraordinary occurrence for the Chinese Taipei player Lin Wenru to actually come through against Ma Long. Let's hear the toss then.
What do you want? Diamond. Okay. Diamond. Service. How about? Okay. Right.
So Lin Wenru has chosen, and Chunting, well, he has been immaculate, I have to say. He took care of Patrick Francisca. And of course, at 18 ranked in the world, the ITTF World Rankings, Chunting has probably certainly surpassed his expectations, and there's absolutely no doubt at all at 16 in the world. The 17-year-old Lin Wenru has definitely surpassed everyone's expectations. The world of table tennis was taken by huge surprise to see that Ma Long was beaten. But he was not just beaten, he was beaten fair and square with this format of the fast 5 to finish. 5-3, 5-4 on the final 2 games, and it was an extraordinary thing. We were so surprised to witness it, but now we know what kind of play he can give us. We know that the left-hander from Chinese Taipei is the real deal. He is going to be at the top of the table tennis tree. If not, in this year or next year at the Olympics, certainly in the future. Just look at that. 17 years old, 16 in the rankings, and he overcomes Ma Long, the legend. He's something special there, Jill, isn't he?
He certainly is. It was a real treat to watch him play against Ma Long yesterday. Only 17, as you said, John, but fantastic player and one to look forward to for the future. It's interesting that these two players have played each other twice before, and they've both been this year. Once at the Qatar Open and once at the China Open, and it's 1-1. So Lin Yunru won in Qatar and Won Chunting won at the China Open. So this will be interesting.
Yeah, well, there's 10 years difference between them, but there's only a couple of points in the ITTF rankings between them. That was a very impressive performance against Francisca, who's not an easy player, powerful attacking player, but Chunting managed to control it throughout. He won it again with a 5-3 fast 5 finish as well. 10-holder grip, of course. We always assume that Su Xin is the finest of the pen holders. And I tell you what, you don't underestimate Chunting. He has had a fabulous tournament here in Malaysia. So we're almost ready. Seen anything different here? It's a theatre in the round. Everything is innovation. The innovation labs of the ITTF and the innovation of the Seamaster T2 Diamond has been very, very impressive. The public have come out in force, and we have loved being here. Here we go, it's Wang Chunting to serve.
1-love.
Both these players very aggressive forehand and backhand. You'll see how they take the ball so early. Quite happy to run round with a backhand to the forehand side as well.
He's got no fear, this youngster. He just goes for broke.
1-2.
Oi.
3-1.
Well, we haven't seen a table tennis shot yet, have we?
They've been relatively very quick.
3-2.
Say Shu Xin. Wang Chunting has a big influence from Zhu Xin. He plays exactly the same way, uses both sides of the bat for the pen holder. So you'll see him using the red and the black, so he can use a backhand side.
Watch how quickly this comes back. This is a brilliant and typical Lim. That backhand. Loads and loads of topspin on that from Runru. We've seen a table tennis rally at last. 3-4. So much deception in the serves. So much relies on the serve, Jim.
Well, that's the only time where the player's in total control. So they can get the variation.
5-4.
And that was a good serve and following then. That's what they're looking for.
Fantastic. Lean away and inside out cross court. Beautiful.
Let 5-4. 4-6.
Like I said, he's not afraid. He'll go for every shot. He is so naturally an attacker. 4-6.
Let 4-6.
But he lost the first game against Ma Long, and we thought it was going to be curtains. He then proceeded to take the second one, 11-2. So don't blink. I can tell you, he's
4-7.
more than likely to fight back here, despite the fact that at the moment he's 4-7 down. Oh, good work.
8-4.
Yeah, picked up that serve well. Wong Chin Tong just went slightly long. And we see that reverse backhand on the red side, spins it up.
8-4.
The important thing about this encounter, of course, is that it's going to be Chinese Taipei or Hong Kong playing against China. In the other
8-5.
final, the women's final, we know it's going to be China v China. And it's lovely to see that there is a variation of that battle. Oi, what's going on?
5-9.
He's not ruffled though, is he? He's not looking annoyed with himself, missing it. Ooh. Instead, he comes back with a fabulous backhand in place. 6-9. The ambition of youth comes back here with 7-9, 9-7 now.
This plays a very high-risk game. Ling Yunru always takes the ball hard, early and hard.
9-8.
It's come to 9-8 now. Watch out. This is what Ma Long couldn't quite come to grips with. He's done it again. He's leveled up at 9s. They'll take a towel down, and you can feel that Wong Chun Ting is very annoyed with himself, letting a situation of dominance slip. Back to parity at 9s. Got the service as well. Lin has taken the lead at 10-9 and now has gained point.
Yeah, very brave. I mean, he was down, but he still went for his shots, and now we see him now 10-9 up.
And he's done it, it's 11-9. I warned you about thinking that he was down and out. He has this extraordinary ability to fight back, show heart, show talent, and absolutely, well, in fact, dominate those final exchanges. Amazing.
Yeah, when you think he was so far down, but he still continued with his game, still played those high-risk shots.
Was it 9-5 or 9-4, something like that, and then absolutely fought back, came with intent. Extraordinary. Wong Chun Ting will not be happy with his performance at the end. He made a few errors, forced errors, some of them, unforced errors, a couple, but ultimately he's conceded the game. 11-9 to Lin Yunru. He could be a choir boy, couldn't he? There's...
I say, he just doesn't show any emotion whatsoever. Oh, lovely backhand there. The timing is absolutely perfect.
Well, on your wish list, it would be Zhou Xin against Wenru, because that would be a delicious thought. He's got 4 love.
Well, he's got off to a great start, but he's taken the initiative every time he's had the opportunity to attack the ball he has, and he's taken that very early. Gives Chun less time.
And that again, from nothing, he creates the opportunity. And psychologically, this is so damaging for his opponent. He thinks he's got a chance, and then suddenly it comes past him before he's reacted. Oh, that was close. At least he's on the scoreboard. Big relief for Chun Ting. Well, we are witnessing the evolution of an enormous talent here at the Seamaster T2 Diamond. Final day of competition. We're in the semi-finals. Okay, he will miss a few. Of course he will. But he's so impressive to find a way. Better.
Yeah, that's a nice step in there. Wong Chun-ting. Nice little forehand flick there on the diagonal.
A couple of years ago, he was 6th in the world, so playing now at 18 just shows it's a bit like a golf pedigree. If you've been up there at that ranking, you somehow know how to play on a good day with that kind of ranking as well. Oh, great work, well done. Wong Chun-ting, he's certainly not going to give this up without a big, big fight. Yeah, 2-3 meters back from the table, and he comes up with a beautiful lean away forehand.
4-6.
Such small margins between success and failure on that occasion. Instead of leveling up, he's 2 behind. No,
5-6.
Extraordinary flick that. Again, too ambitious. But we don't want him to try and pull back at all, do we?
Oh, there we see that backhand from the forehand side again. That very wristy, spinny shot he likes to do. We saw that on many occasions against Mizutani and Marlon.
7-5.
There we see it there. But he moves so well back to the table.
Good
Take the
target.
next shot.
Yeah, good target into the body, isn't it?
8-5.
Again, and he's opened up a 3-point gap again. 8-5, still got another serve. Oh, one more. 5-9, and Wong mesmerized by that extraordinary lefty's backhand. He's in the groove now.
6-9.
Nice change of serve there. By Wong Chun-ting. Just put something a little bit different.
10-6.
And that is now 10-6, and Lin will serve it. So this is for the second game. 10-6. Just under 13 minutes left of natural time. And he's got that done. 11-6. And that was a powerful start and an even more powerful finish to the game. 11-9, 11-6. He is really, really on fire. Lin Wenru of Chinese Taipei.
Starts off dominating game number 2. Wong Chun-ting gets nice and close, but in the end, the man who doesn't make a sound sneaks off 2
Oh, that
games
is
in a row.
interesting. Just an observation that there is no coach there for Wong Chun-ting, which is unusual.
Well, he did have Du Hoi Kem for his first match, who's the woman player who played in this event. But he was on his own for his last match as well. But he's a seasoned player. He knows tactics. He'll be quite happy to be on his own.
Well, it's been a match that we were looking forward to, that's for sure. We wanted to see him again exposed to us, for many of us for the first time, but Wenru has got an extraordinary future. It's all mapped out already at 17 years old. With success, of course, puts a little more doubt each time. Every point there's that little bit of extra pressure for Chun-ting. And again, he's so extravagant in his ambition, it's frightening. He misses that, but you know he might get it next time.
1.
A lot of heavy backspin on there.
Using the whole table too. Quite surprising. 1-3.
Oh, he picked that up well. Yunru saw it, came half long, stepped in.
Okay, an air shot. That's unusual, but good work from Wong Chun-ting. He's certainly not given up on it yet.
Because he takes the ball so early. Yunru, high risk, sometimes margin for error is just so small.
Wonru's pedigree has been developing this year. There's no question about that. I'm just looking at his seniors in Qatar. Got into the quarterfinals in Shenzhen, around the 32. But he was runner-up in Japan as well, in the platinum event in Sapporo. So it's no wonder that he's suddenly burst on the scene here and causing upsets all over the place.
Yeah, and he beat Matthias Falk in the final of the Oman Open.
Yeah.
And he's a player who's played at this event in Malaysia.
Two-seven. Oh, could see what he was developing there, that rally. See what he was intending to do. He thinks 2 or 3 shots ahead, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can see he's moving so well. I think if I place it there, it'll come back here. And very quick footwork.
Second time we've seen the air shot. But that's what happens with extravagance sometimes. You just look a little bit more embarrassed. Oh, he's way off it. Going for the edge of the bat anyway. Wow. 4-8 is the score. And just 8 minutes left. This is looking very, very solid for the Chinese Taipei boy.
4-8.
Oh, well, again, because he's got pressure on him, the scoreboard pressure, again, Wong is going for shots that he perhaps wouldn't normally do. He has to put a lot of pressure on, missed it.
9-5.
He's got the luxury of the service here now and a 9-5 situation in the third. Good work, Wong.
Receive there.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, long, fast receive. Just caught him out of position.
Oh, lovely. Really, really good. Wong Chun-ting, he's certainly got great heart as well.
Time out.
Let's go to timeout here. That, I think that might be Lin.
The timeout call here under pressure after a 9-4 lead for the silent assassin. Wong Chun-ting side spinning down the line, parallel backhanding, and making his way within 2 points. Now this is a crucial turning point in the match. If he goes down 0-3, Wong Chun-ting is going to have a very steep hill to climb up.
I have to say that Wong Chun-ting has done really well there, forcing that timeout. And I have to say, he's put in a couple of really, really good points in the rally. He struggled a little bit with the reputation of his opponent, but Lin Wenru, he's still got a fabulous position here. 2-love up, he's got the lead. He's conceded a few points, but maybe the timeout will do the magic trick. And it has. 10-7. Yeah, that was a good idea to call a timeout and break the momentum. It's 7-10, it's game point. Not yet. 8-10. 10-8.
And doesn't matter what the score is, he still goes for his shots. Yunru shows no emotion whatsoever. I heard someone call him the silent assassin. That's his nickname.
That's not just someone, that's Adam. Without the Eve. 10-8. Oh, 11-8. Unbelievable recovery from a disastrous position where he should have lost the point. He snatches victory from defeat. 11-9, 11-6, 11-8. He's 3-love up, and he's an absolute icon now, not just for the youngsters, but the whole of the table tennis world.
No, I mean, that was fantastic there. I mean, I just thought that was a complete winner, but you can see where he is. He's there. Anticipates.
You might just say that Wang Chunting chose the wrong side.
Time.
Wow. I've said wow a few times watching this youngster, and I'm sure it won't be the last time. Extraordinary ability. So, Wenru has actually had his timeout now. It's got level 5 minutes left to complete. Cruising at it at the moment, and Wang Chunting really not able to cope.
And there we see those counter-top spins that he likes to play. Very powerful. And that backhand right round from the forehand side. We've seen that so many times.
It's going to be a timeout here. The clock will stop. And again, I can't believe we're in the semi-final stage and we've already completed one semi-final inside 24 minutes. And it's likely we will complete the second one inside that time. It's we never thought it would happen once, let alone twice in the latter stages of the event. Quite extraordinary. Adam, look in the background there, doing his stuff on camera as well, getting the crowd really into it. I mean, it's great fun, there's no doubt, but I tell you what, the crowd are already up for this. They are loving it. 3-love, it's going to be Chunting to serve. He called the timeout. We've got 4 minutes and 21 seconds left before we even consider the fast 5. And they took the edge there. I don't think we'll need the video replay. It was a very, very loud clink. 3-1.
Oh, picked up that chop block well. Wang Chunting.
He was trying to be cute there, wasn't he? Didn't work. 3-2.
Yeah, good placement there. One wide, one into the body.
Great rhythm, beautiful rhythm on those forehands. The top spin, drive, fantastic work. I mean, technically, he is amazing.
Yeah, no, he's you know, solid backhand, forehand.
2-4.
Moves round the table well. Very quick and anticipation.
3-4.
It was a good response on receiving the serve, but second time wasn't quite accurate enough.
But he keeps his composure. Very calm. Oh, good play there by Chunting.
I'm getting more reaction from you, Jill. You're playing every shot as well. As you're describing this shot, you know, were you a lefty? You're playing with a left hand in front of me.
No, it's because I've got the mic in my right
There
hand.
you go, you see. But I tell you what, it's very exciting watching you.
5-4.
It's just a natural reaction.
Some people speak with their hands. Jill plays table tennis. That is visually very impressive.
5-all.
Well, it's leveled up at 5-all. We've got just over 2 minutes left of considered time, allowed time. Oh, you beauty, unbelievable. Undercut the return and then absolutely smashed the next shot. Extraordinary. How dare you come and challenge me. 5-all it was, 7-5, and looking extremely positively at another big result.
That was clever play there. He just put a little soft touch shot in. Chunting was away from the table, wasn't quite near enough.
Off the tape and away. This kind of tournament, the Seamaster T2 Diamond, is so good for a youngster like Yunru. He's learning because he's playing against such different opposition as well, but he's still finding a way. Just look at this, it's 6-8. Hugely impressive.
That was a good serve, good follow in. In he goes.
We love to see new talent coming into the sport.
7-8.
He was even ready to counter that one. It's not done yet, though. I've been a little bit one-eyed, I have to say, in my perspective. Let's give Wong some praise as well. He's still in here.
9-7.
It's difficult to be anything but in praise of this youngster. Drops his head in disappointment there, but he was forced there. 9-7. We're down to 0 on the clock. 2 more points required. That's one of them. It's 10-7. What a performance by the youngster from Chinese Taipei. He won't be giving up, Chunting, but he knows he's met an extraordinary talent here. They're only 2 away in the world rankings from each other, but I tell you what, they're a world away, and that is it in terms of ability. Extraordinary. 4 love to Lin Wenru, and just look at that, 9-6, 8-7. He's got all the numbers there, that's for sure. But most importantly, he showed that it was no fluke beating Ma Long. He is in the final. He's earned at least $50,000 with that one, and he's happy. Oh, and they're all crowding around for their autographs as well. But do you know what? I even thought I saw him smile.
Yes, I think at the end there, what a superb performance he put in. 4-0. I think he's one player to look out for the future.
Well, you've seen a lot of talent in your time. You've been a coach. You've seen how youngsters can come through into the seniors. But this is a really, really impressive. Not just that he's done it with those fabulous results, but he's done it under pressure in an environment that a lot of people will be intimidated with.
Certainly, and he's a real talent to look for the future in World Championships.
Right, let's go down to Jun and see what they've got to say.
So Lin Yunru is the first to secure his spot in the final of the men's championship here of T2 Diamond 2019 Malaysia. Let's get his opponent's side of things first. Wang Chunting from Hong Kong. Both of you met twice this year, took one apiece. So what was more challenging this time around?
今年你们俩也是交手过2次嘛，你赢了1次，他赢了1次。觉得今天在场上特别有挑战的地方是在哪里？
他今天的表现非常好吧，然后其实之前跟他对战的时候也是有我不太舒服的地方吧，然后他今天也很顺利的能打到我的感觉不太舒服的地方吧。
I think my opponent performed really well today. Last time when we encountered, I felt a bit uncomfortable, but today I think he secured my uncomfortable place.
Chunting, when you saw Lin Yunru defeat Ma Long yesterday, what went through your thoughts? Walk us through it.
昨天林云如也是击败了马龙嘛，你觉得对他有什么评价吗？
他其实也是水平非常高的一个选手吧，然后他赢了不少中国的选手吧，所以我感觉他也水平也很高吧。
He's a very strong player, and he beat many top Chinese players before. I think he's very, very strong.
谢谢你，黄镇廷。Wang Chunting, Hong Kong's #1 player here, semi-finalist of T2 Diamond 2019. Let's now get the silent assassin side of things. That was crazy. First you defeat Ma Long, now you defeat your opponent from Hong Kong. Next up, you will meet a Chinese player for sure. Who does he hope to meet? Xu Xin or Fan Zhendong?
昨天赢了马龙，今天也赢了黄镇廷，进入到决赛。那在决赛中是想碰许昕，还是想碰樊振东？
我觉得碰谁都一样难打吧，所以没有差。
So no matter whoever I will meet in the finals, it will be a very tough match.
That's true. If you win in the finals, what is a 17-year-old going to do with $100,000?
就是如果进入到决赛，然后赢了之后，然后拿到奖金之后，有想过要怎么花吗？
应该还没有想那么多吧，就。
I haven't think too much about that.
可能用钱去努力读书吧，好吗？谢谢你，林韵如 making it through to the finals of this tournament.
Well, we've witnessed something very special here at the Seamaster T2 Diamond. I have to say, look at the youngsters crowding around for their autographs, and it's no wonder. The emergence of a star of the future, and well, not just of the future, a star of today. He's beaten Ma Long, and now he's accounted for Wang Chunting. He will be going into the final. He's already guaranteed $50,000, although he doesn't know what he's going to do with it. I'm sure his parents will probably think of one or two things. But that said, you have to say the emergence of this talent has been absolutely fantastic. He is just all or nothing. He will go for shots that people are finding outrageous, but he has been so successful. Even when it looks like he's been beaten, he finds one last way of getting it back on the table. He is an extraordinary talent. He is, of course, from Chinese Taipei, Lin Yunru. Wow. We just see a few highlight clips of that match, and although Chunting was still stepping forward and trying to attack, he was being frustrated by an extraordinary backhand, forehand, those drives, those loops, absolutely superb. And of course, he's a very talented server as well. Let's have a look at those match stats, and let's have a look at the serves. There you go, serve 25 over 17-1, and he was still in control over the returns as well. First 3 strokes he was in control at 20 over 15, and they're the backhand winners, surprisingly good backhand winners at 24 over 15. He was in control, and he's the first to come to the men's final. And there's the draw, Lin Yunru as the competitor that everyone is talking about at the moment. It's Xu Xin and Fan Zhendong to come up, but in the meantime, the Chinese Taipei guy is in control. The next match is Wang Manu against Ding Ning.
super excited for the last of the men's semi-finals coming up here at T2 Diamond 2019 Malaysia later. The current #1 Xu Xin against a former #1 Fan Zhendong, all Chinese affair. Another former #1 with us here, Vladimir Samsonov. Vladdy, they're hitting together just before a semi-final match.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. We have two of the top players in the world, and they're about to start a very important game, right? And they're practicing together. I mean, it looks like they know each other quite well.
What are you looking out for here? I mean, two top players, as you say. What are the key things for you in this semi-final?
Well, we have hit. Their style of playing is a bit different. We have one shake hand player, one pen holder, and I'd say that Fan Zhendong is playing a little bit closer to the table, and he takes balls a bit early, especially with his backhand side. I mean, I don't know how he does that, actually, you know. And we have Xu Xin, who is, well, playing a bit. He goes a little bit back from the table, but he has incredible loop, incredible rotation.
About him here.
Yeah, I think so. He's laughing. Yeah. So he has incredible spin with his forehand side, but on the other hand, his backhand, it has maybe a little bit some limitations. His backhand is still very, very, very strong, but I'd say that he has to move maybe a little bit more than Fan Zhendong.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it here. The second semi-final in the men's coming up soon. Yeah, certainly looking forward to that second men's semi-final to come later on. That's what's coming up, of course, the last match, the last semi-final of this afternoon session at Seamaster T2 Diamond 2019 Malaysia. Of course, before that, we've got another all-Chinese affair, a second women's semi-final with Wang Manyu to take on Ding Ning. Of course, Zhu Yuling awaiting in the final here in Johor Bahru. So the second of the women's semi-finals, an all-Chinese affair. Wang Manyu, who's already beaten Sofia Polkanova, and Han Ying on her way to the final four against Ding Ning, the Queen of Hearts, who beat the defending champion Bernadette Soch and Feng Tianwei to reach this stage.
Coming up next is the biggest name in women's table tennis. She defeated the defending champion of T2 and then the biggest ever player to come out of Singapore. But her opponent has a perfect record against her. Introducing to you your match officials. Umpire, Corinne Wong. Assistant umpire, Tan Leong Kia. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the first seed of T2 Diamond 2019 Malaysia, Wang Manyu! Her opponent, three-time world champion, reigning Olympic champion, Ding Ning! Wang Manyu versus Ding Ning. Who's going to meet Zhu Yuling in the final? Let's find out right now.
Well, we've got Ding Ning against Wang Manyu. Not only are they so close in ability, but they're also from the same state, Heilongjiang in China. Let's go for the toss.
You take table. Table. Service, receive, or sides. You will receive sides, which ends? This end. Okay, thank you.
So Corinne Wong doing the officials, and
Ding Ning shall serve.
Ding Ning will be in the black with Wang Manyu in the pink top, but because they were so close in terms of where they came from originally, in a part of China that's very well known for developing some brilliant, brilliant talent. 9 years apart in terms of their ages at the moment. Ding Ning, the Queen of Hearts, they call her. What would you call her, Jill Parker?
Well, I'd call her Queen of Hearts, but she's just one of the players that I really like to watch on the circuit. These two players have played 3 times before, 2018 at the China and Austrian Open and 2019 at Qatar. But Wang Manyu has won every encounter. So that's going to be very interesting today. Wang Manyu ranked 5 in the world. Ding Ning ranked 3. So these two players will train with each other, say they know each other's game.
For sure, there's the right-handed Wang Manyu, current ITTF ranking of 5, been up to as high as 2. But again, has been very, very impressive, beating Han Ying in the quarterfinals. 7, 6, 6 and 10. It was a full victory, and certainly well deserved. It didn't take quite as long as the first against the defender, but here she is, Ding Ning, so popular around the world, 9 years older at 29, current ranking of 3. And of course, because it's the Olympic cycle almost at the end, still a lot to fight for here. And although they are the best of mates, once you get into this environment, it's not just the money, it's not just the getting into the 50 to 100,000 stakes in the final. It's all about those Olympic points as well, and representing the nation. Here we go. Ha! Flashing forehand there from the lefty. Chung Guo, Cha Yo, you'll hear it.
Oh, she picked up that service well. Happy to run round with the backhand and the forehand for that banana flick.
It's got the feeling of a training, an exhibition match at the minute from Ding Ning. Really good. Wow. Going for broke early. When it's out on the flanks, though, that gives them the opportunity to wind up some big power play.
Yeah, these players like playing backhand to backhand, but you'll see a lot of switches into the body and wide out to the angles.
Let's 3-1.
I heard you say that Ding Ning has never beaten her.
No, that's right.
Wow. That is a surprise, isn't it?
It is, yes.
So it's there's a bit more to it then. There's a bit more on this one. In the lights, the focus of the spotlights. It's a big, big start here for Ding Ning. You can tell that she's up for this, a little shake of the head. Disappointment for Wang Manyu. Ding Ning is flying at the moment at 1-5. A little lucky off the net break, but still came through, forcing the error. 1-6.
Yeah, Ding Ning certainly come out firing on all cylinders. Oh, but that was a nice backhand off the bounce there. My Manyu took it very early.
6-2. Into the body, couldn't control that backhand. 6-3. Okay, fighting back time. 4-6. Oh, 5-6.
5-6.
Well, they're both attack-oriented players. What is the big difference between their styles, Jill, do you think?
Well, there's not a lot of difference. Obviously, they both try and get in every opportunity. If it's a long serve, then they'll try and get in. When it's on their service, they'll keep it tight so that they can stops them getting in. So it's a bit like cat and mouse, really, because they both play into the body and both play out to the angles.
Similar approach, similar styles. But look at this, it's back at 6-all. 5 points for Wang Manyu. Oh, what an angle.
7-6.
And she came round the ball then to get that angle.
Great defending from Ding Ning, following up and even coping with that cross-court onto her forehand side.
Yeah, she was hitting the ball hard, Manyu, so Dingy was having to go away from the table to try and contain it.
7-8.
This one's not going to be finished in 24 minutes, is it?
I don't think so.
Oy.
Lovely backhand down that line.
Well, she's done well to fight back into this. It was 6-1 against her at one time, so to level up here at 8, very impressive.
Now one right into the body. Always a difficult position.
She almost anticipated that because it wasn't the world's worst shot from Manyu. Great counter from Ding Ning at 9-8. Again, great shot for 10. This is now game points for Ding Ning, although Wang will serve. Ding Ning supporters in the background, they've got their, there you go, in the yellow, Ding Ning. Game points. And that's it, it's 11-8.
11-8.
Well, she started very, very well. A good fight back in the middle of that game from Wang Manyu. But ultimately, Ding Ning came through with some really, really very impressive defending, forcing the errors.
Yeah, I thought Ding Ning started off really well in that first game, got into the groove.
Yeah, she was very attack orientated from the off.
When you think she's won the world
time
singles title 3 times in 2011, 15 and 17, and she's a current Olympic champion, so
second game.
She's got the silverware.
To serve. Love all.
She got a silver also in the singles in London 2012. So, I mean, she's been on the scene for a long time, it seems now. And that experience,
One love.
well, she will rely on it, certainly in the latter stages of this game, although it's all over very, very fast, 24 minutes. Ha, great
lovely
shot.
Backhand, yeah. I mean, we're talking about Wang Manyu, you know, she's only 20 years of age, she's ranked 5 in the world, but she's got 5 World Tour singles titles under her belt already.
That's good forceful play for 3. Oh, beautiful.
3-1.
Toe-to-toe stuff. Really excellent play from Ding Ning. Just again, she's found that perfect spot. And again, she covered up well on that backhand side, and then once again, it's an error from Manyu. 3-2.
Oh, good placement there into the body.
Very fast step in, wasn't it? Really quick. that's the big difference between these top players. They see it, they anticipate, and they kill it so early. 2-4. Oh, oh, oh,
wow.
baby!
God, she covered that table so well, Manu.
Gee
She
whiz.
went wide out to that forehand, and you just see how she got to that ball and got that winner straight down the line.
Gee whiz. We got vertigo looking at our overhead camera. Let's have a look at it down by the side. That is extraordinary. Great shot. Brilliant rally. Manu with a 2-point advantage in the second. And now with a 3-point advantage.
Oh, nice receiver serve there, long fast push. A lot of backspin on that ball from Ding Ning.
4-6. 5-6. What was so different about that? Why was she so confused about that service?
Well, she'd be changing the spin all the time. Sometimes it's side spin, sometimes it's backspin. Sometimes you got some side spin, backspin. And no spin.
Well, that certainly had topspin on that very forceful shot. The forehand from the lefty into the corner. It was a beauty.
Yeah, lovely shot there. Chinese always get such good angles.
Missed. 7-6.
7-6.
When you hear the Chayo, they should come up with a name as well. More oil, more passion. Go, go.
Yeah. Probably being diplomatic. As they're both Chinese.
Well, they won't have any coaches in their corner. I think that's as far as it goes. Oh, well, they're good mates as well. They're good friends. Oh.
6-9.
Solid forehand and backhand. Counter topspin.
It's got the smell of a 7-game matchup. And of course, we won't be playing all to 11. It just feels like it could be leveled up here. There you go. It's 10-6. Oh, brilliant. 11-6. It is one game all. And Manu has not disappointed her fans. She's come through very, very strongly. Ding Ning could do nothing about it. It's 8-11, 11-6. And it's all to play for here. 1-1 in the semi-final of the Seamaster T2 Diamond event in Malaysia. Last day of competition. We've got the finals to come later on in the second session. But at this stage, we've just got the ladies, or the women's final, or second to semi-final, and then coming up in a while, we've got the men's to entertain us as well. It will be Shu Xin against Fan Zhendong. So China v China again. I hope you can stay with us to enjoy this special, special moment in table tennis.
Third game, Ding Ning to serve, love all.
Okay, here we go. It is now third game. Clock is down at just under 11 minutes. Oh, beauty.
That's a good start there for Ding Ning. Set that up well with that service. And you can see that very heavy backspin. Just taking that forehand round the backhand side.
Love 2.
Well, she started brilliantly the match at that end of the table, although we are in the round, so to speak, for the first time. She's obviously enjoying that side of the table. Oh, wow.
1-2.
Extra bit of bounce on that, my gosh. In fact, if anything, it kept low. I think that took the corner.
Yeah, Ding Ning just pointing to say it touched.
We do have video replay, but as I've discussed with Jill before, there's never a problem. The honesty in this game is superb. There you go.
3-2.
Oh, that was good direction there. Disguised that really well, Ding Ning, to play that one straight down the line.
No, good service. Again, when you get that kind of error, there's always a reason. And invariably, it's the talent from the opposition at the serve. Right, 2-4. And less than 10, in fact, just over 9 minutes left of normal time.
2-5.
Well, there we did get a name, Chayo Ding Ning. We heard it. Ah. So they are very partisan here.
Oh.
5-3.
Went slightly short, that service. Ding Ning stepped in, but I think she thought that should have been hers.
Still got a 2-point lead, 5-3. Again, that serve is not returned. Mm-hmm.
3-7.
Well, Wang Wanyu is struggling a little bit with the serves of Ding Ning.
Yeah, she's keeping it very tight. You've noticed that she hasn't used her reverse tomahawk serve because Wang Wanyu knows how to play it, but she's keeping her services tight.
Ding Ning looking superb in this third game. She's got a 3-8 lead. And again for 9. Of course, with all these fans around really excited, just lifts the heart a little bit. The Queen of Hearts. 9-3. And now 10. 10-3. There's no point in really going for broke here, is there? There you go, it's 11-3. Brilliant display by Ding Ning. And she's now returned and got back into a position of superiority here, a 2-1 lead in this semi-final of the women's side of the draw. And it's the Seamaster T2 Diamond. It's final day of competition. Lots of money on the table, as well as many of the balls from Ding Ning.
Yeah, she's played very well in that last game. Took every opportunity to get in whenever possible. Took the initiative.
Time.
Well, her serve was right on the button. It wasn't returned several times in that particular game. And when your serve is working well, the rest of the play fits in around it very nicely. So, 2-1 to Ding Ning. It's Wang Wanyu with the service in the fourth game. Just under 6 minutes. And that's off the net as well. A little bit of anxiety creeping in, maybe. Good work there, though.
1 all.
Was there, and she put her hand up, apologising. It might have just clipped the net. Oh, that went a little bit short by Manu. You can tell she's not happy with that receive. But Ding Ning, she stepped in.
Yeah, well, it was an open invitation, wasn't it, there, to the attack.
2 all.
This is an important game, of course. Well, they're all important games, but this one particularly for Manu. Leveled up at 2s. But we will be having, after this game, we'll be fulfilling the best of 7 scenario with fast 5, so the first to 5. So we will not go to full length of a game. Oh,
beautiful
wow.
backhand there.
Oh.
Took that straight off the bounce. Very wristy action there by Manu.
3 all.
Compared with your days, Jill, the speed, I mean, I know you're a defender, but the speed of reaction is unbelievable, isn't it?
Oh, they take the ball a lot quicker, a lot earlier. Strokes are a lot shorter, and it's a lot more spin. A lot more use of the wrist, spinning on the backhand. And they play a lot closer to the table, hence taking the ball early.
It means that they're relying on reflexes significantly. There's not much you can plan if you're having to react. Anticipation, of course, is obviously a big secret of this. But 4 all in the 4th. Manu is in a must-win situation, really. Failed there.
Please play.
4-5. Fantastic.
5 all.
Well, they can be annoyed with themselves for 1 point and then suddenly burst into fire and light with the next. It's extraordinary. Missed that.
Yeah, and that was 2 good points there by Manu. She took those initiatives, came round with the backhand on the forehand side, followed that up with strong forehand. That's got to be her tactic. She's got to try and get in as soon as she can.
Another miss on the forehand for 7. 7-5. Well, certainly compared with the first 2 matches that were 1 in 4 love, this has got definitely best of 7 written all over it.
7-5.
Just feels, it's not just that they know each other so well, they come from the same part of China. They have very similar styles. Just feels like it's going to go to the wire. 7-5.
Next, 7-5. Next, 7-5.
Oh, superb.
7-6.
Yeah, Ding Ning drew away from the table with the power of her strokes.
And the Ding Ning fans come chiming and in with their chants of Ding Ning, Ding Ning. Brilliant.
6-8.
Matched equally by the Manu chants. 6-8. She's standing and delivering. The way she came in a little bit closer, Ding Ning, very interesting. She wasn't hanging back there, she was attacking.
Yeah, she moves well in and out, Ding Ning. You can see she comes away from the table, then sometimes she steps in. She's got that ability to move to where the ball is.
7-8. Great work. That was a big point. She needed that desperately. She achieved it. Great work. A shake of the head from Ding Ning, but I tell you, that was excellent Man Yu play. Nine, 7. And now 10-7 when you see the clock has gone down to 0. So we will fulfill the first to 11 here. And if she makes it, that'll be 2-all. And then for the next subsequent, and there will be definitely 3 fast 5 games required. Or 2, possibly. There you go. It's 11-7. 2-all in games. And we'll see the fast 5 logo in just a couple of minutes. But Man Yu did a great job there in leveling it up. And, well, they really are so close in terms of their talent and their ability and their expectations. And we are very, very privileged to be here witnessing these two gladiators of the women's game.
Yeah, you see, Man Yu likes to come round with a backhand from the forehand side and then run round and try and get that forehand in. But these two are very evenly matched.
They are.
Time.
Well, there's a lot of pride at stake here, plus a lot of money as well. And I keep mentioning, but the Olympic points are still up for grabs. There you go. The Fast 5 logo. It's the first to 5 that wins the game now. So it's the mini form of the game. The first to 5, and it doesn't have to be with any difference but 1. Ding Ning serves. Ding Ning wins, but we're alternate serving now. So Man Yu will get the next one. Love 1. And now 2. 2 love. It's difficult to say whether this format suits Ding Ning better, but it's all about accuracy at the moment, avoiding too much risk. And there you go, that was a risky shot, but on the board now is Wang Man-Yu, and she's got the service. 1-2.
I think she was caught out of position slightly, Ding Ning. You see she's trying to make contact with it below table height. That's very difficult.
And now 2-all.
Yeah, trying to do that long, fast push receive.
We've had dominant matches hitherto. 4-love, 4-love. It's now 2-all, 2-all. First to reach 5 in this game. Ding Ning comes up with a flashing shot.
Yes, that's what we like to see from Ding Ning. That forehand down the line. There you can see backhand, backhand. She loves playing the backhand, but she's quite happy to come out with forehand winners as well.
Right in the slot. 2-3. Ha 3-all.
3-all.
And that was a beauty also from Wang Man-Yu. Both these ladies are putting the power on.
And the partisan crowd certainly making themselves heard. They've shown appropriate respect during the rallies, but I tell you what, after, they certainly let the feelings known. 3-all, Ding Ning serves.
Let 3-all.
Wow, wow, wang. And I think that's also reflected in the facial expression of Ding Ning. That was absolutely superb. She's way out of position. What a shot.
Yeah, she really committed herself there. That had to be a winner.
Well, she's got now game point at 4-3. Wang Wenyu. She's missed it. It's 4-all. All to play for on this point. Ding Ning will serve it, and it's all or nothing. This for the lead in the semi-final. Just listen to the crowd voicing their support. We've got the flames on the videos, and there's certainly the heat on the table here. 4-all, game point. And that is it to Ding Ning. 5-4. Ding Ning takes it and takes the lead once again at 3-2 in games. Well, it's such an extraordinary matchup here. We knew it was going to be tight and close. There was only going to be millimeters between them. It was a great reach, wasn't it? Unbelievable reach from Ding Ning.
It certainly was. I mean, what a superb match we're in front of us. I'm sure the crowds are loving it. I'm sure the fans who are watching it around the world. Don't get better table tennis than this.
It's fantastic. I was reading the ITTF website this morning, and I saw Ian Marshall's, the editor of the website, reports. And Ian is obviously watching this, and best wishes from Malaysia, Ian. I know that you'll be loving this as much as we are. It's great to see all the fans around the world dipping in for what is a magnificent experience. It's all the flash and the fire of the Seamaster T2 Diamond. And it really is a jewel here in Southeast Asia. Fantastic. Here's Man Yu trying to recover once again. And as I said earlier, we wouldn't be surprised if she didn't take this one to level it up. Back from the table, she is the queen. She's just got that little bit of extra. I think she's got a bit of extra reach as well, and it does help.
Yeah, she's a tall player, but I don't know if there's much difference between them in height, but she's got long levers.
The funny thing, sorry.
I thought Ding Ning thought that was going long to topspin, but a little bit short. She knocked a rubber on the edge of the table. Have to be careful with that because sometimes you can split it. And then she'd have to change her bat.
Missed it.
1-2.
1-2. Ding Ning will serve. I've just been looking my notes. She's 5'7". She looks a little bit taller than that. She 171, 1.71 meters. That's Ding Ning. Oh, 3-1.
That was a great forehand off the bounce. Good counter top spin by Man Yu. Runs around that backhand side. Ding Ning just top edges it.
Well, a 7-gamer was written in the runes, wasn't it, before? And it looks like we're going to get that one. Yeah, well, not quite yet. Ding Ning says we'll see about that. 2-3. Just in case you haven't seen this format before or you've just joined us, we're in the semi-final, second semi-final of the Seamaster T2 Diamond event, and that's going to be a timeout now call. I think it is. Ding Ning probably has called it. I'm not absolutely certain. We'll find out, but there's no coach there, so it could well be. We'll have a look and see who is actually being given to. I think it was Ding Ning, but you never know.
I think it's Wang Man Yu.
Oh, is it? Is it? We'll check it out in a minute.
Makes one more point. They are dead even, but Ding Ning has the advantage in games. She's dangerously close.
But it's been a fabulous matchup. Really tight, really close. Everything we'd expected. Fantastic. Man Yu, on 3 occasions, I think it is, has overcome her opponent. You had the head-to-heads, 3-love, Man Yu. So nothing to be discounted here. Ding Ning has the lead, 3-2, and it was a timeout called by Man Yu. Jill Parker absolutely on the button there. Well done, Jill. 2-3 is the score. Ding Ning will be in serve. It is the 6th game. Target is 5. And that is now 4-2. Ding Ning very disappointed there, but another fantastic rally. Got the crowd absolutely on the edges of their seat. There'll be a few hoarse voices this evening from this Iskandar Studios in Malaysia. 4-2, game point. Wang Man Yu with the serve. Fabulous, fabulous! 5-2, game to Wang Man Yu. It's 3-all, and it's the dream countdown to 5. Wow. How many more times have we got to say wow?
What a point to finish on for that game. Oh, that was. And the thing is, it looks so easy, but there's so much spin and speed that you can't appreciate when it's on the TV.
Oh, that was absolutely superb. We've got some cheering and shouting going on here, and it's not just Adam. I can tell you the crowd are genuinely involved. Well, I said at the beginning, Chayu Chengguo, and that's exactly what I mean. Chengguo meaning China, but that is go China, because it's so difficult to pick a winner here. Ding Ning has never beaten her opponent in an official match before, but they've played with each other so many times in the training halls. Ding Ning is there in shot, and she is behind on the yellow posters as well. Right, well, I think the clock has gone out the window here. Forget the 24 minutes business. The umpire's asking for them to come back to the table. Corinne Wong.
Game warning, Ding Ning.
So, it's Corinne. Right, well, it's been a fantastic battle. Whoever wins this
Love all.
is obviously battling for the difference between this semi-final loss and win, but I think it's 12,000 to the loser and a minimum of 50,000 to the winner to go through to the final. So, Ding Ning will serve, 3-all in games. Oh! Gee whiz.
She committed herself there, played that strong forehand off the service. That's not quite strong enough, and Wang Man Yu just cushioned it back.
What a block of the body. Fantastic. 1-love, Wang Man Yu.
Leg.
Will be
1 love.
And again, she just raised her hand. The honesty of the game coming through again. 1-love. And 1-all. This is for real, I tell you. This is not exhibition. This is real effort, intent. And you hear the Chayo now, Ding Ning Chayo. 1-all, 3-all, 1-all. We've been treated to a delicious main dish here. And another one for 2-1.
Yeah, lovely forehand down the line. Both these players know that they've got to play aggressively. Got to try and get in, and that's that nice one down the line. Just change of direction.
Whoever you support, you still got to be in total admiration for these two. Look at this, 3-all, 2-all.
She's a little bit frustrated there. She thought that was a shot she shouldn't have missed.
Well, again, the great thing about these players is they put that disappointment behind them immediately, focus on the future. Here it is. It's 2-all. Ding Ning will serve. And that is Wang Manyu who'll serve. 3-2. 2 points required for a place in the final. It's so exciting. Electric atmosphere. And I think it is Ding Ning that is called the timeout now. Just a little quiet moment to compose herself.
As well, the last timeout in this match, when the Queen of Hearts needs her timeout, you know that it is absolute chaos out there. How close are we to the finish? Very soon this will be over and only one will survive. It's a date with Chu Yuling for $100,000
Well,
in the final with the question.
it has been magnificent. 4-love in the first two semi-finals. This is going all the way down the wire. It could well be the final point as well. We've only had that on one occasion when Ito played Kato. It was 5-4 in the 7th. This has got that excitement written all on it. I said that from the first moment of the match, and they have delivered in bucketfuls. This entertainment, extraordinary talent. It's been amazing. Timeout's complete. Manyu will serve. She's got the lead 3-2. Every point absolutely vital. There's a hush around the arena. 3-2. It's 4-2. 2-4. Manyu has found a way. So, 2 match points. Wang Manyu. Ding Ning was absolutely determined to upset the form book in the head-to-heads. She's lost 3 times. She's on the verge of losing 4 times here. 2-4, and now let's get some quiet inside for this huge serve from Ding Ning. 2-4. She's done it, Manyu! 5-2 in the 7th. Wow. A slightly disappointing end for Ding Ning, it has to be said, but you can't take anything away from Wang Manyu. She was determined. She was like a dog with a bone in this match. She never gave it away. She lost the first game and then came back in the second. She lost the third and then came back in the fourth. And then in the all-important fast 5, she picks up the 2 out of the 3, and that was very, very impressive. 5-3 in the fast 5, the last match. And I tell you what, it's going to be a tremendous final. Wang Manyu has made it through, and she will be certainly one of the favorites there. Zhou Yuling will be a very, very tough competitor and opponent for her. But that's the way it's going to be. Zhou Yuling against Wang Manyu in the final later on today. Wow, what do you reckon, Joe?
Well, what a great match that was. That was table tennis at its highest. The skill level, the speed spin, absolutely fantastic.
Let us go down to Jin and talk to the girls.
So Wang Manyu will be meeting Zhu Yuling in the all-Chinese final of the Women's Championship. Let's get Ding Ning's side of things first. You had a very good opportunity to overcome your opponent today. Why didn't it go your way?
今天其实也有机会赢下比赛嘛，那最终我没有抓住这个机会是为什么？
我觉得 没有为什么吧，我觉得因为在场上比赛的时候，还是根据每个球在调整，然后我觉得整体今天自己发挥还是不错的。
I think in general I'm satisfied with my performance, but it's full of uncertainty during the match.
We agree with you. That was a very, very closely contested match. Tell us, what is it about Wang Manyu that makes it so effective against her opponent?
评价一下王曼宇今天的表现，给你造成了哪些挑战和压力？
我觉得其实之前一直跟王曼玉交手的时候，基本上好像也没怎么赢过吧。我觉得今天不是他给我制造压力，是我给他制造了挺多困难吧。
So I met with Wang Wanyu several times before, and I didn't win a lot of time. And today is not Wang Wanyu give me a lot of pressure. It's I made some difficulty for her.
You know, Ding Ning, everybody here loves you. The entire world loves you because you're the biggest name in women's table tennis. Do you have a message to your Chinese teammate Wang Manyu and also Zhu Yuling for the final? Do you have a message to them?
有没有什么话想对决赛中王曼玉和朱雨玲说的？
我觉得决赛是他们自己人之间打嘛，然后我觉得其实大家都发挥出自己最好的水平就好了。更多的，我想是让观众能够欣赏到最高水平的比赛吧。
So it's an all-Chinese final, and I hope both of them can play out their best and give the audience an exciting match.
This is why we all love you, the Queen of Hearts, the three-time world champion, Ding Ning. And if there's one player that pushes Ding Ning to the limits time and time again, it is, of course, Wang Manyu. What is her secret? How does she do it? Clean, perfect record against Ding Ning. How?
你觉得对丁宁就是胜的比较多嘛？有没有什么关键和秘诀？
我觉得是心态要好一点吧，因为丁宁姐也是大满贯，然后从成绩上、经历上，我觉得都是值得去学习，然后每一次的心态都是抱着拼的心的。
So I think I have a better mindset than Ding Ning. She's very experienced, she's Grand Slam, and every time I meet her, I just try to put myself in a lower position and try to learn from her.
Well done. Next, you meet Zhu Yuling in the final. Just now when I talked to her, she didn't tell me who she wanted to meet there. So do you think she'll be happy to meet you or not? What do you think?
就是刚刚朱雨玲结束半决赛的时候，我们有问她是想碰王曼玉还是碰丁宁，她说这是个秘密。那现在你要在决赛中碰她了，你觉得她会开心吗？
我觉得，秘密公开了吧。
I think the secret has a result now.
Wang Manyu, the finalist for the Women's Championship here at T2 Diamond 2019 Malaysia. 恭喜你。
So the hearts of the Queen of Hearts has been broken once again here in the Iskander Studios. There's a fantastic match up there. Wang Wanyu putting on a fantastic show. Ding Ning, with all her intent and experience and the support, has to be said here, couldn't quite make it, but what a match it was. It went all the way to the wire. 5-3 in the fast 5 finish. And ultimately, Wang Manyu found a way, despite Ding Ning's best intention. It was a great match. So, let's have a look then at a few of the highlights of that match. Ding Ning certainly was in the lead several times, but couldn't quite convert. And it was the resolve of Wang Manyu, 9 years her junior, coming from the same status as her, and obviously growing up admiring Ding Ning, but ultimately the conqueror was Manyu. Let's have a look at these match stats, and the forehand winners belong to Ding Ning, 33/28, and she also has the first 3 strokes victory, 33/19. But the returns one, 20/18, belongs to Manyu, and just in terms of the serve, just the edge there to the serves as well. It's a really, really interesting stat board, but that is the important thing. $100,000 US for the winner. Will it be Wang Manyu or will it be Zhu Yuling? It's one more semi-final to come, and that will be the men, and it will be Zhu Xin, Fan Zhendong. That's another China-China final, semi-final match.
here in the T2 cavern. I can't get enough of this guy, Adam Bobrow, the voice of table tennis here. Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's happening, guy?
Yeah, I'm going to
Oh
try
my
and
God,
get
I'm
control
ticklish.
of you here.
I'm ticklish,
You're
please.
ticklish,
Oh
are
my
you?
God, no, I don't like it. I love table tennis. Tickles.
Calm down just for a moment.
Okay.
Come on. You're known for your celebrations
Yeah.
on YouTube, a couple of million hits, but I hear you also do serve impersonations?
Well, in terms of that, I want to know if you guys for free stuff can guess who I am, which player I am. Ready? Whoever gets it right first.
Amazing. Dima, have you got any others?
I do have one more. I don't want to give any clues because I don't think you need them. Who am I? Oh, another throw to the security guard guy.
Yeah, the security guard's winning here at T2 Diamond. No, it's amazing, isn't it? Serve's so important, isn't it, in the sport?
Yeah, and those two are so iconic. Dima's serve getting below the table. Ding ding with that reverse tomahawk serve. It is a piece of art. Just amazing to witness live, guy.
Just a quick comment from you as well. You, of course, commentate through the year as well. We've got one more semi-final. Just quick thoughts on that one. Xu against Fan Zhendong.
Well, you know, right now the Cloudwalker's been on fire. 3 tournaments in a row, Triple Crown champion, 1 game away in mixed doubles from back-to-back Triple Crown champions. He's tough right now, but Fan Zhendong's playing out of his mind, so it could come down to the final game.
Yeah, no, really exciting, isn't it? Great to have you with us, Adam Bobrow, as always, getting the crowd going here at T2 Diamond 2019 Malaysia. And we're all set then for that remaining semi-final here in Johor Bahru. So the remaining semi-final then, back in the men's championship division, an all-Chinese affair. The current world #1 on the men's side of things, Xu Xin, who's beaten a couple of Europeans so far. Matthias Falk, of course, and Dmitry Ovtcharov before that against Fan Zhendong, the man he replaced as world #1. Fan, of course, victories over Hugo Calderano and Lin Gaoyuan so far.
It's current world #1 versus former world #1 men's championship semis matchup here to end this session with a bang. Let's get straight into the action. Introducing to you your match officials. Umpire Chu Xiaolei. Assistant umpire Kairo Hizami. They call him the Cloud Walker. He's the world #1, Superman Xu Xin. His opponent was world #1 for 15 months in a row before Xu Xin stole the top spot from him. Back for revenge. Give it up for Fan Zhendong. Xu Xin versus Fan Zhendong. Who's gonna take on Lin Yunru in the finals? Let's find out right now.
Final match of the semi-finals. It's a men's matchup, and what a one this is. Xu Xin, the present #1, 3-time winner of the ITTF tours, recently came out from Australia after a brilliant victory down there. Fan Zhendong, former #1, 15 months in position. Let's have a look at the toss.
Table. Service. Which end? So you'll be receiving. Okay, thank you. Good luck.
Xu Xin wins the toss, decides to serve. So all the official business done. And well, everyone is really excited here because he is definitely a magician. He's got so many different nicknames, the Cloud Walker, Superman, and you have to say they're all deserved because he is someone very special, is Xu Xin. And I've got someone very special with me right now, Jill Parker, former European singles champion, 7 times England national champion and national coach. And well, I'm delighted to say she's with me to witness this one again.
Hi, John. I'm glad to be here, and I'm sure we've got a fantastic game ahead of us with Xu Xin and Fan Zhendong. I was looking at their head-to-heads, and they've played each other 20 times, and that's from 2013 to 2019, and that's obviously on the international circuit, and it's 12-8 to Fan Zhendong. But in 2019 was the last time they played, and that was at Japan Open, and that was won by Xu Xin.
And of course, being the pen holder, reckoned to be the finest pen holder ever, Xu Xin. But he's coming off a really great run. His form at the moment is unbelievable. His confidence is up there. You can tell he's got an arrogance about him, Zhendong, at the moment. So the steady play of Fan Zhendong is going to be challenged by the exuberance of Xu Xin. There he is, 29 years old now. 1-1, you can't be better than that, can you, in terms of the ranking? He's up there with the best. Defeated Matthias Falk 4-1 in the quarterfinals, and it wasn't really close, to be quite honest. It's he's just got this extraordinary ability to find a magical point from somewhere. Let's have a look at the other end, and Fan Zhendong is only at 3 at the moment. What are we talking about? Just 3. But 22 years old, he's got a lot of youth on his side, 7 years younger, and he's certainly got amazing ability. Look at that, Guo Yuan. We expected a much better battle than that, but his consistency during that match was amazing. 4-love he beat him. It was a runaway victory, wasn't it?
Yeah, it certainly was. And I wonder what we're going to see here with these two, because they must train together quite regularly. In fact, prior to the match, they were out in the training hall, practiced against each other, not playing against other members of the team. So I think that says it all. They know each other's game so well.
Well, they might even share the prize money. No. I know that's a controversial thing, but let's just talk about the prize money. 12,000 for the loser here, 50,000 the minimum for the winner, because it'll be a battle to take out the 100,000 for the winner in the final. That's going to happen later on today. So it's China versus China again. We were treated to an absolutely brilliant match in the women's semi. Let's just see whether we got one here. Xu Xin will serve.
And you see that Xu Xin is a pen-holded player. He has that pen-hold technique, but he uses the reverse side, so he uses both sides of the rubber. Very effective. Both players very quick, moving around the table.
Oh, great. Onion, Zhendong goes about his business without any fuss at all. He's a no-fuss player, Zhendong. Oh, look at that. 3-love.
And he stands a little bit closer to the table, Fan Zhendong, than Xu Xin. And you can see how when he's close to the table, how quick he took it off the bounce.
And now 4, 4. Xu Xin, very slow to start, out of the blocks. He is the most exciting player, and I'm sure we'll see a lot of back from the table action a little bit later. But it's eerily quiet inside the stadium at the moment. He's missed another one. Wow. He doesn't look as if he was on the practice table at all earlier.
Slow start here, but I mean, he's won 3 titles in a row not that long ago. Australia being the last one 2 weeks ago. He also won the Korean Open.
So a quick towel break there, but that's extraordinary that no points on the board for Xu Xin. The boy from Jiangsu, Shushu in Jiangsu province. And Fan Zhendong comes from much further south in Guangzhou.
And we see that backhand right off the bounce again. Good angle, very wide.
Second time that backhand has come in flashing into action. First point on the board, and you can tell there isn't sympathy in the crowd for Xu Xin. 1-7. Seven, 2-7.
And then we see that reverse backhand. Comes into 4.
Opening exchanges full of errors, maybe a few forced errors, but a couple of positive bits of play, mostly from Zhendong. There's another one, forced error down the middle this time, 7-4. And Xu Xin fighting back here in the first. An air shot from Xu Xin, 4-8. Not many big points for comment, is there, Jill, here at the minute?
No, we haven't had that many rallies. But I think that sometimes happen first game, they just like to settle in. They do like to be one game up, though.
Absolutely, well, a bit of fortune there. He's back within 3 at the moment, Xu Xin. He's got 5-8. Took the edge. It definitely took the edge. We do have video recording if the umpire decides, but again, it was a good piece of sportsmanship from Xu Xin. He raised his hand and said it touched. There you go. Ui. Oh, that was great work. The table was open, but Fan Zhendong couldn't find it at the end there.
No, well, that's the showman in Xu Xin. That was an unusual stroke he did before. He came round the ball, just caught out of position.
He loved to counter-attack. He just doesn't take it. He doesn't sit back and watch and just defend. He likes to counter-attack as well. It didn't work out there. It's 6-10. Its game points are plenty for Fan Zhendong. That's it. It's 11-6.
11-6. Game to Fan Zhendong.
Well, he started out so strongly and ultimately converted. Not too much fuss about that one. Xu Xin showed glimpses of his talent, but not enough to make a difference to the scoreboard. 11-6 in the first. Fan Zhendong.
Yeah, not a great start by Xu Xin. A few just minor errors, but he'll be looking to try and get into his game a little bit more in this second game. Fan Zhendong looking to get his aggressive forehands and backhands in like he did in that first game.
Second game. Fan Zhendong to serve. Love all.
Second game, Fan Zhendong leading by 1 game to love. So Xin just hasn't got his marksman sights on at the moment. And again, some clever play from Fan Zhendong, because he knows that Xu Xin is not going to sit back and watch. He's going to be the aggressor. Love 2.
Yeah, good receive of serve, good placement, making it difficult for Xu Xin to get into his game.
Oh, Wow.
4-love.
He started out with the same kind of feedback in terms of score. Look at this, 4-love. Great work. Okay, a bit of relief there on that error from Jendong, but 4-1.
Oh, great shot. Zhu Jin's always on the defensive. Fan Zhendong's looking all the time to get in with these strong balls, putting Zhu Jin under pressure. Was he out of position there, trying to play that one behind his back? And I've seen him do that before, and he's made contact.
1-5. 2-5. Yeah, it's okay to anticipate, but you've got to be certain that you're going to be going in at least the right direction. He was nowhere near understanding where that ball was coming from previous to that. 2-5. 3-5, 5-3.
5-3.
At last we see some positive play from Xu Xin. And now within 1.
4.
It's 4-love. It's back to just 1 point of difference. 5-4.
Yeah, that little short touch play that they're both doing, trying to make it difficult for their opponent to get in. I think this goes slightly long. I'll get in with a stronger forehand. Fan Zhendong putting his hand up to apologise. Oh.
4-7.
That didn't miss by much, that forehand flick by Zhu Xin.
He was right on it. So he expects to make those 9 times out of 10. Missed that as well.
8-4.
8-4, and Fan Zhendong was certainly taking control of the early stages of this encounter.
8-4.
Yeah, I think Zhu Xin knows he's got to try and get in as soon as he can. Put Fan Zhendong under pressure. But Zhendong is playing very positively here. Yeah, good placement round the table by Fan Zhendong.
He knows, this is interesting, but Fan Zhendong knows Xu Xin is going to try to counter-attack from deep. He's not just going to defend, he's going to try to get back, and there's another touch at the edge. It's 5-10 now. Xu Xin has got the serve, but he's got a huge mountain to climb here at the moment. Yeah, it's a great angle there on the backhand side, and he's got this one too. It's 11-5. 2-love in games, and Xu Xin is up against a very, very tough competitor, Fan Zhendong, at the moment. He's not been firing on any cylinders, let alone all cylinders.
No, I think that's been very strange to see Xu Xin not getting in with his aggressive strokes as we've seen in earlier rounds, but Fan Zhendong, he's taking that opportunity whenever he can. And he is playing aggressive table tennis, and that's what it's all about.
Well, Adam is trying to get the crowd to shout out, "Chayo, Chayo." I don't think he will struggle a huge amount. So,
Xu Xin to serve. Love all.
umpire Chu Xiaolei. call them in, and well, at last we see Xu Xin in the lead in a game. It hasn't happened so far. First time. Now leveled up.
We see them. Fan Zhendong runs round that backhand. We've seen that many times over the matches. This T2 event. A lot of players doing that now. Oh wow. What a backhand that was, straight off the bounce. And what an angle.
Amazing. Well, it's 3 times we've seen that particular shot executed brilliantly. 2-1. Now leveled at 2-all. It's quite vital. Just to explain, if you've just joined us, you see the clock there. It's less than 11 minutes. We started out at 24 minutes. When that gets down to 0, it means that there's a change of emphasis, because although at that particular time the game in progress will be finished at 11, any subsequent games, if required, will be, in order to get to the best of 7, will be to 5 only, fast 5. Aha! You said about the behind the back shot. Well, he made contact, didn't get it back. 3-all. You see, he does move across, anticipating to play the forehand. He does it very early in the piece, and I think this is probably because they play with each other, practice, and of course, there is danger in that. I think he'd prefer to play somebody he's not directly associated with. 4-3. Zhendong is in control at the minute. 3-5. Surprisingly subdued. He's normally quite arrogant and bullish and absolutely skimming around, but I tell you, at the moment, it's an unusual.
Well, I think sometimes when you go on to play and you give 100%, and you go for your shots, and they're not working, you're thinking, what do I do now? And you just think, well, I've got to keep going, but it is frustrating as a player when you have a day like that.
Well, he's got a chance here with Fan Zhendong giving up a point there. 6-4, he's got the lead, but he dare not lose another game, that's for sure. This is a must-win for Xu Xin, surely. Well, he's fought back now to 5. He's not enjoying himself. You can feel there's a bit of tension out there. 6-5. Oui. 5-7. Well, compared with the women's semi-final, this is a bit dull, to be quite honest, Jill.
Yeah, we haven't had that many rallies, which is unusual. But both these players, very aggressive. We've seen a lot of short touch play, so they're making it difficult for each other to try and get in with a strong ball.
Well, he's certainly not feeling good at the moment about his game, Xu Xin. It's 9-5. And now 10-5. And that is, well, not quite curtains, but it certainly looks very, very ominous. That is it. It was lost 11-5. And Xu Xin is down by 3 games to love. Fan Zhendong is in total control. It's not what we expected. The #1, who's been so successful in recent weeks, has, well, he'll be very deflated by this. He's sat down with, well, not knowing really what he can do to turn this around. It's not entirely complete and finished, but at 3 love, you'd have to think that Zhendong is certainly right on this. We don't see this very often. Xu Xin being totally deflated.
Well, it's been a one-way street so far, but you know, when we've said things before, commentators curse.
Yeah, I mean, to be quite honest, it's not done and dusted yet. We can see Xu Xin picking. If he manages to pick up one of these games in time, then he's got the fast 5 that he can make use of. So let's just see. If he gets back to 3-1, there's still a chance. But Fan Zhendong is not in the mood to give up points, that's for sure. Yeah, too quick.
But he's playing extremely well.
He is.
Fan Zhendong.
And
he's
Xu
on
Xin,
fire.
he looks flat-footed there as well. Okay, he picks one up there, but every point is going to be vital right here. 1-2. Okay, that's better. 2-all. He's looking as if he's sitting back rather than counter-attacking, which we know he's so good at.
2-3.
Crowd certainly encouraging every point. Here we go, that's better. The revival, maybe. I mean, everybody's wishing for it. It has been flat, but maybe there's a little bit of a bump or two coming onto it.
4-2.
Well, 3-0 down. He knows he's got to do something to get out of the mire.
4-3.
Zhendong doesn't allow him any space to recover, though. 4-3, Xu Xin. He's missed that one. Now that just shows he's mentally wants to attack. Psychologically he wants to attack. Physically he's struggling at the minute. There's another one.
Nice short touch play. We've seen quite a bit in that last game.
Well,
that one's slightly long there.
Whatever happens, we're going to see Xu Xin again later on, because there is the 3rd, 4th placing as well. He won't enjoy that, but there's still money at stake, of course, and qualifying points, Olympics. So
5-6.
it's still very important. So he has to get himself up mentally and psychologically for that. But it's not just finished yet. We've still got opportunities to fight and get back in. There you go, 6-all. 3 minutes left of actual normal time. Xu Xin Jiao, we heard it shouted singly from the crowd. Oh,
Lovely backhand. He's done that quite a few times in this game.
I can count 4 of them.
Yeah, so early off the bounce.
7-6. To reach there, but Xu Xin manages to find a backhand with great angle. 7-all. These next couple of points are very important. Oh, 7-8.
7-8.
We nearly got our big rally. Not quite. Eight all. Going down to the wire here. 2 minutes left in normal time. Interestingly, if Xu Xin can pick this up, we may, and we do it does it in very quick time, we may still get another game in to 11. Oh, it's not going to happen there.
9-8.
Clever player, Zhendong. and came back on the edge as well. 8-10, so Xu Xin is in danger of going out at the semi-final stage by 4 love. It is extraordinary. Just look at that for a return. Off the table. I mean, off the net and then onto the table. In fact, net and edge, I think, it one hit.
Yeah, it was a net and edge.
Here we go. That's it. And it's done. Xu Xin is out. He's lost in the semi-final against Fan Zhendong by 4 games to love. Wow, what a shock. Well, we've had some shocks in this tournament so far. Ma Long losing, that was the biggest shock. Obviously, Fan Zhendong has got the pedigree, been there, done it. And, well, they are the best of mates, but I tell you what, on that occasion, Fan Zhendong was in total control. Xu Xin, he unfortunately struggled, made too many errors, was never really here in spirit. And I'm afraid he suffered a 4-0 defeat. Now, that was a shock, Jill.
Yeah, it was a shock. Obviously, these two have played each other before. But to be fair to Fan Zhendong, you know, he seemed to be on fire today. Played extremely well. Although Xu Xin, I've seen him play a lot better. So I'm sure he must be disappointed with that.
He will certainly be disappointed. Definitely, and against Lin Yunru, the Chinese Taipei player, Fan Zhendong will probably look forward to that. Let's go down now to Jun and the interview area.
Fan Zhendong defeating his Chinese teammate to make it to the final of the men's championship. But let's get Xu Xin's side of things first. Both of your teammates met on the international stage 20 times before, even trained together before you got up here. So what did his opponent do today, your opponent do today, that made it so difficult to overcome him?
你跟樊志东也是队友，非常熟悉嘛，在国际舞台上也交手过20次，然后赛前的时候也一直在一起训练。你觉得樊振东今天表现怎么样？然后给你造成了哪些挑战？
他这次的比赛状态一直是非常好，之前也有过失利，从这么短的时间内能够调整过来，还是一名优秀的运动员。
I think Fan Zhendong was in very good condition during the whole tournament. She had some defeat before, but he used a very short time to work out the defeat and become stronger. He's a very, very strong player.
Xu Xin, even though Fan Zhendong, he defeated you today, we still hope that you're supporting him in the final. 你还会支持振东在决赛中吗？
决赛的时候，他跟林昀儒对阵，你会继续支持樊振东吗？
我不应该支持中国队的吗？
Of course, I will support Team China.
Very well said. Thank you very much, Xu Xin. World number 1. Let's now talk to Fan Zhendong, secure his slot in the final. Your opponent, the 17-year-old, just now when I spoke to him, he said he didn't know what to do with $100,000 US. So we're guessing that you know what to do with the money.
刚刚我们问17岁的林昀儒，如果他赢了决赛，拿到10万美金怎么花？他说他不知道，你知道吗？
我是没想好，因为不知道到底是多少。
10万美金。
不一定呢还。
哦 Sorry, I haven't thought about that because I don't know how much money I can get.
All right, let's look back at this match here. How did you beat Xu Xin so easily today?
今天4比0，比较轻松的拿下了这场比赛嘛。那怎么做到的？
其实没想过吧，也不敢想吧。可能最后这个比分确实，我感觉许昕可能今天有点累吧，包括可能也是连续作战以后消耗比较大吧。
So I didn't expect that today's match was this easy. I think Xu Xin may be a bit tired today.
Fan Zhendong carrying the flag for China in the men's final here at T2 Diamond 2019 Malaysia.
Well, I have to say it was disappointing for Xu Xin. Fan Zhendong was a little bit modest there, saying that Xu Xin was a bit tired. But in the end, I have to say, Fan Zhendong had all the answers. He attacked well and came up with some Really, really positive play. Some good rallying, and that backhand was dynamic. We just saw it there. He had 4 clear occasions when he surprised his opponent so brilliantly with the change of direction. A fantastic flick. Beautiful work, and again, even back from the table where you expect Xu Xin to be really positive with his counter-attacks, he wasn't successful. He was blindsided several times, and in fact we saw him trying to take that ball around the back of his back on a couple of occasions because he'd already committed to going in one direction. And I have to say, the crowd here will be disappointed. We've finished now the first session and all the semi-finals complete. And of course with Fan Zhendong winning and being matched up against Lin Yunru, the Chinese Taipei player, it will be something to look forward to later in the second session on the finals day here at the Seamaster T2 Diamond Arena. We're hoping now, no, there it is. That is actually the winning Xu Ling, actually against Miyakato. It was a very, very impressive 4-0. We then had another 4-0. It was Lin Yunru, again, the 17-year-old, overpowering, you have to say, Junting. Fantastic. And then the next one, it is a Wanmanyu Water final that was, or semi-final that was, at 4-3. It went down to 5-3 in the final decide of the Fast 5. And then we just witnessed Xu Xin being blown apart by his compatriot Fan Zhendong.
So there we are then, the semi-finals completed here. It's been an exciting session, of course. Different sorts of matches. We can have a little look back at them now, just recapping them. Of course, Xu Yuling in dominant form in the first of the semi-finals, 4-0 through to the championship match. Then we had the 17-year-old sensation from Chinese Taipei, Lin Yunru, who built on the win over Ma Long, 4-0. And Wang Manyu, of course, winning that 7-gamer, and Fan Zhendong coming through. So we've got the finals set now. In the Women's Championship, of course, it will be Xu Yuling to take on Wang Manyu for the $100,000 prize here at Seamaster T2 Diamond 2019 Malaysia. While it's the same prize on offer in the Men's Championship division, where we have Lin Yunru. Can he cap an amazing few days here in Johor Bahru, the youngster, the 17-year-old, taking on the former world #1 Fan Zhendong of China for the title here. It promises to be an amazing final session this evening. Of course, a reminder, if you want to get in touch with us at T2 Diamond, the way to do that through our social feeds on Instagram, on Facebook. Be sure to subscribe as well to our YouTube channel for all the match highlights and behind-the-scenes information. We hope you can join us this evening as this Seamaster T2 Diamond 2019 Malaysia leg comes to what will surely be a thrilling conclusion. For now, from the T2 Cavern, it's goodbye.